Hey y'all, I'm back again with another Inside the Interview, and today I am doing Chuck Gibbs. This interview air date was June 29th, 2022. I was trying to think about my origin story for Chuck, and I think he hit me up one day, or I hit him up and I agreed to do the interview because I might have saw. No, he's originally not from Macon. He lived in the Middle Georgia area now, but he's originally from New York. And his style and flavor, I resonated with it, so I definitely wanted to bring him on because of that. I like how some New Yorkers will adapt their sound and stuff like that to where they are, but still keep to themselves as a New Yorker or a northerner. So that's what I really liked about his music, and the fact that I believe he's into anime and things of that nature too. So that resonated with me because when I was in college, I was a huge Dragon Ball Z fan. I didn't really get into any other anime outside of that I can think of, but I definitely see where it has risen in popularity, anime in general, to all the different things that happens within the industry. So yeah, there's a lot of different things that go on with that. But this particular interview was great personality.
But then I almost snapped my ankle. I stopped, put it down. Wish I would have kept going.
Yeah.
Because it's just trade itself. But I was listening to that while I was doing that, and when they would dip out, because a lot of times they didn't want me listening to that music because it was real explicit.
Yeah, some of it, because I always try to do that now. Sometimes due to if independent artists do have their music properly registered, it'll send a copyright flag on my behalf against my platform, which is fine. I get it. But it's all about them getting their exposure. When I got done with the interview and I edited it and I put it out, the thing I like about Chuck is that he pushed it like way more than I expected a guest to push the interview. Of course, when you release stuff, you push it yourself as the platform, but then the guest will push it too. And you don't expect them to you expect them to share it probably a few times, and that's about it. Chuck kept on pushing the interview, so Chuck, shout out to you, man. Not only did he push the interview, he kept pushing it, and then he pushed it like the following year again. Now, I was trying to see if I was going back through and trying to see if Chuck had posted any other interviews where he's done interviews, and I always tell my guests, I think I was Chuck's first interviewer, which I was for the last 3 years or so, from 2021 to like 2024 or 2023. I was a lot of people's first time being interviewed. And I had already had that experience, before. And what I loved about it is that I really took I took that as a badge of honor, because if you can interview with me and I make you feel comfortable and show you what an interview should be like, then that will inspire the guests to go onto other platforms and to give them a try. Because again, I don't focus on the negative. I really don't. Now, if someone has something negative they want to talk about, cool. But I'm gonna always try to spin it and find the positive in the negative. I don't want to be salacious on this particular platform. Now, if I wanted to do that, I would create something else and just do that. But that's not what I want to do on this particular platform. So I was looking to see if Chuck, had gone on any other interviews, and to my knowledge, currently, I don't think he went on anybody else's platform and really gave his story, which he has, a dope story. He not only is an artist, but I believe he's in the credit repair business as well. You'll see a lot of artists who, go back and forth between like analytical and creativity. Most of them stay within that vein of, creativity. And if they're doing like a 9 to 5, sometimes they're in like, labor type intensive jobs, or jobs that are more creative sided than it is analytical. So I thought that was very different and interesting about Chuck as well. And like I said, he promoted. I think he promoted. In all honesty, I think he promoted the interview more than I did. So hats off to you, Chuck. I appreciate that. I want you to still keep continuing to push. If y'all want to check out Chuck music, y'all can. Chuck Gibbs. Of course, I'll tag his page, things of that nature, and link description, all that stuff. But yeah, I really enjoyed the interview. I definitely want to do a follow-up interview, but I'm in a different location now. I'm no longer in Middle Georgia. So working out logistics of that, will be interesting. But y'all keep on supporting, keep on sharing. Anybody out there, if you're interested in starting a podcast, I did happen to write an ebook. 500 million people listen to podcasts worldwide. That's a huge audience to tap into. Don't waste your time just starting. Use your time wisely by starting correctly. Hi, I'm Andreas, and I built Bank.Radio show from 0 to 11,000 followers. And if you're trying to start a podcast, I wrote an ebook about it. Clear, concise. You don't have to have the biggest audience. You don't even have to have an audience at all and still monetize your podcast. Remember, everyone has a story. If you've been on the internet searching, there's a lot of information out there how to start your podcast, and it can seem overwhelming. I believe in the KISS model. Keep it simple, stupid. Short, concise, straight to the point, all in the ebook. You can change your life in a week. Start your podcast, launch it, and monetize it. All within a week. You can go to the pay link, check out the book. You can also subscribe to the newsletter. Get more advanced techniques and lessons. You can change your life in a week. That I do have available, $7, 16 pages. It covers from how to start to launch all the way down to monetization. All those different categories. It's straight to the point. You'll love it. It's a starting great tool for you, a great starting point for you to get started. Whatever people tell you, podcasts are not saturated. There's still plenty of room for you to jump in and grab your piece of the pie, which is an extremely large piece of the large pie. But yeah, thank y'all. Go check out Chuck and anybody else, interview that I've been talking about.